So a while ago I bought this from wish.com. It claims to be a GPS tracker. Now I don't really think it is, and I wasn't really expecting that it was for that price. But let's have a look at what we actually have got here. Okay, so yes, this was sold to me. I say sold because it was actually free when I ordered it. This was sold as a Spy Mini GPS tracking finder device, auto, car, pets, kids, motorcycle tracker, track one piece. So this is a tracker. Now the description that they gave for this says, product description, this tracker keeps connection with your phone through the app. Eye tracing, you'll be informed when they move out of effective distance range. It can protect your kids, seniors, pets, phone, wallet, etc. blah blah blah. You can set preferences in the app such as tracker sensitivity. The tracker can also provide a last seen pin drop on the map to help you recover items and search your cars in a parking site. So yes, by enabling the location tracking feature, the app can also track the location where you last saw the tracker. Now, I have a feeling that this is actually not a GPS tracker at all, and in fact that wording is cunningly written so as to mislead us into thinking that this thing can be trackable on a map, when in fact I think all that happens is you just get an alarm when this goes out of range of the device it's paired with. It was dirt cheap. I'm not really sure how useful it is. Let's actually open it up and have a look. I'm not going to call this a scam because I think this is just a case of rather misleading descriptions rather than outright scammery. And as I say, the thing was actually free and all I had to do was pay for shipping, as indeed is so often the case on wish.com. So I guess we better read these teeny tiny little instructions and then we'll come back and see what it is we're dealing with. So the instructions said to go and find this app on the Android Play Store called Eye Searching. Let's install it and see what we get. Okay, it wants access to app history, location, photos, camera, microphone, Wi-Fi connection, Bluetooth connection, device ID and call information. But anyway, in for a penny. Okay, so we've got the Eye Searching app installed now. So inside the app we've got ability to search for devices. So let's turn this device on. We have to press and hold that until we hear 2 beeps. Now that's on. And then we search for it. Okay, so that's connected. So we connect to it, sorry, and then we can send it an alert. So we can, okay, we can make that beep and stop. So I guess that's useful for finding keys or something. Doesn't tell me where it is, obviously. So, yeah, location. Yeah, I don't think that's telling me where this little widget is. I think that's telling me where my phone is. I think we can probably use this thing as a remote shutter. Yeah. So kind of useful, I guess, for that. Now, I'm pretty sure this thing only just tells you when it's gone out of range of this. So I guess it might be useful to attach to luggage or something like that if you were in an airport maybe and you wanted to make sure that your luggage didn't get separated from you. Alarm distance set near. So now that I've set that, I'm going to leave that running. I'm going to wander off downstairs with this and we'll see what the camera actually records while I'm away. Okay. I have pressed stop alert. Seriously. Wow. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd miss that. So now that I've killed the app, this thing is complaining that it's out of range of there. So, okay, I don't know, there's some utility here. So yeah, I think this, for a little free widget, you know, cost a couple of quid in terms of postage. I think you will end up paying a couple of pounds for this one way or another. They did, I think, make the description a tiny bit misleading. I'm not sure I can use it for what I intended to. I was hoping to get something that I can use to track the dog, although I did know I wasn't going to get a GPS tracker for this price and actually this compact. But I want to find something that I can use, that I can attach to the dog's harness, so that if she goes off and does a Fenton thing and chases off after deer, that I can at least figure out where she might have got to. But I don't know, maybe this might work as an electronic perimeter for the dog actually, so if I can train her to come back to me when she hears that beeping, then maybe that's all we need. So you're not really sure I'm going to recommend this to anybody, but actually for this throwaway money, it's worth a little play. One really quick thing, I just noticed, I thought I'd thrown this away. This is the USB, the 2 terabyte scam device. I thought I chucked it out in the bin, but I haven't. So what I'm going to do, we had a load of questions in the comments there and suggestions of loads of people thought they had a better idea about how I should have tested it. In fact, some people thought I took too long to have tested it. They are, of course, wrong. But I'm going to get this back up and running if it still works, and we'll run those tests and we'll see whether any of the things that people said. So that'll be coming up in a forthcoming video quite soon now. Just going to do a really quick review of this. This is Turrón De Yema Tostada. I brought this back from Spain with me when I came back from my trip recently, and what I understand this is a confection made from egg yolk. Now, I'll tell you what I'm hoping for this, is I'm hoping it's going to be like kind of the skin on custard, but really condensed. A bit like kind of custard jerky. So it's made with sugar, ground almonds, egg yolk, glucose syrup, milk, and that's about it, I think. So anyway, without further ado, let's open this up and see what we're dealing with. It does contain almonds, so it might be a little bit more like marzipan than custard, but we won't know until we try. So let's open it up and have a look. So it's like a slab of toasted something, slightly bendy. Okay, so let's cut a little piece and taste it. So the texture is quite firm. So actually it's like a toasted marzipan, really. Not quite what I was expecting. Not quite what I was expecting and hoping for, but very nice nonetheless. It's a little bit more like cake. It's like a very dense cake, more so than it is a slab of marzipan. Really tasty. So there we go, that is Turrón De Yema Tostada. During my recent trip to Spain, I did promise you a lot more video content. In fact, I anticipated taking a lot more videos than I actually did when it came down to it. Part of the reason for that, well, I did shoot a lot of footage. This is the only thing I took with me for filming. It's the Arma 2S, and I thought it was going to be good enough, and it just wasn't, I'm afraid. I did quite a lot more filming, but I had to discard most of it because it's just not acceptable quality. Unfortunately, the thing's just too wobbly when it's handheld, and the footage I got is almost unwatchable. As it is, the footage of when I walked up the Dry River Valley is actually almost unwatchable because it's too wobbly. And I did another walk where I walked from the same point all the way down to the sea. That would have been a great video because I saw a lot of different things on that part of the journey, but I'm afraid it's just not good enough. I'll show you the best little clips and bits and pieces if I can find any coming up straight after this segment. But yeah, unfortunately this camera just wasn't good enough. But that's a good excuse to get back there and have another look. So I'll take another trip to Spain sometime and we'll do some, well, we'll take some proper camera kit with us and we'll get a lot more footage next time. So anyway, here's what I have managed to rescue from my trip to Spain. It's just little bits and pieces, but in case you're interested, it's coming up next. Okay, so this is my bed in the hostel dormitory. Facilities are minimal. We've got a shower and toilet. Working lock on the door costs extra. Oh well, I just have to whistle when I'm in the shower. No one wants to see that. Now here comes an example of the bonkers traffic system here. So this looks like a cobbled street, looks like pedestrians only. But there's like buses and everything coming up here. Look at this. And pedestrians just have to get out of the way when this happens. And there is a footpath on this little bit here, but some bits some parts of this road are just the width of a car, and yet buses come herring up here and they don't stop. You just have to jump out the way. Now the weird thing is I am literally the only person walking around in short sleeves here. It's a tiny little bit chilly, but everyone else is in really thick coats. But I come from a country that's quite a bit colder than this normally, so I am still feeling like I don't need a jacket. So just trying to find a little bakery or something like that so we can get some empanadas or a nice cake. Okay, this looks like a good place to start. I'm going to have me a piece of that, I think. Well, this looks like it will do for part 2. They've got some sweet pastries here. I'm going to get something to go with my hornazo. Yeah, something in there will definitely do the trick. This looks like quite a nice spot to stop. I'm just going to sit on this bench here and have my snack lunch, my little mini picnic. There's a display of flamenco dancing going on down there, which I might have a look at in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy this. Okay, so let's give this a try. This is hornazo, which looks to be some kind of a pastry type thing with chicken or something inside. My gosh, that's a generous portion. That is very delicious. I think I'm going to save the other half of that and I'll have that warmed up back at the hostel this afternoon. Let's have a look at this. Empanada de chocolate. That is so sweet and delicious. I've got my coffee to go. In the evening, this place comes completely to life, and when we wander down here, every one of the little tapas restaurants is going to invite me in and ask me if I want to have free beer, well, free tapas with my beer. I don't mind telling you that I'm actually feeling a little bit chilly with just my cardigan on and over my short sleeve shirt. So maybe the locals have got the right idea and they're all dressed up in their winter clothes, their big winter jackets and their scarves. So maybe they got the right idea this evening. I wasn't feeling it earlier, but I am now. So I suppose the question I should be answering right now is, would you like Granada? And, well, let me answer that question with a question. Do you like variety? Do you like choice? Because if you do, there is so much of it here. Okay, I'm going to put the camera away now because I'm drawing a bit too much attention to myself. So I'm just going to go off down one of these streets and find a little bar and have something to eat, something to drink, and you might see a photo of that on the screen now. All that remains really is to say thank you so much for watching. I'm really glad you joined me for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.